It's all about me. My mother called me last week and she said, "Are you okay? Are you okay? I haven't seen you. You haven't put out a video on your channel. I'm just making sure you're still alive." So thanks to my mother. Well, I was going to do a video last week, but there's a very good reason why I didn't do a video last week. And I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. Happy Tuesday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. How's everybody doing today? My name's Caroline. Welcome back. It has been over a month since I recorded a Flosstube video. I couldn't let the entire month of January go by without at least one video up for the month. So I've got some things to share with you today. Some Christmas presents that I received, handmade gifts that were given to me that I haven't shared with you yet. I have a finish to share with you today, and some new stitch along information to share with you. So where to begin? I did write myself, I wrote myself quite a few notes today. Let's start with stitch along information. First of all, I'm going to tell you about a stitch along that I would like to participate in that is not being hosted by me. And that is a stitch along hosted by Nuri of Shaded Stitchery. You can find her on Instagram at Shaded Stitchery. I'm going to have all of her information up on the screen here, but I'm also going to put details about her stitch along in the description box below. So I actually took photos of Nuri's information so that I could read it to you, so that I would make sure I got it right. So let's bring that up. So I'll put a photo in here of the chart. And if you already follow Nuri on Instagram, if you followed her last year, she took us on an amazing design journey. Every day, it was just opening up my Instagram. Her feed in the month of February last year was just, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to follow along her journey. So the title of Nuri's design is Data Portraits in Paris 1900 Stitch Along. Data, and it's going to be from February 1st until the 27th, 2023, this year. This is our year. Now let me read you Nuri's information and details on the stitch along. It starts tomorrow, February 1st. She will have posts up on her Instagram feed around midday, which is, to her, she is saying 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There are 23 segments of the stitch along in total. I'll be posting a new segment prompt every day except Saturdays throughout the month. You can share your progress using the hashtag DPIPSAL, DPIPSAL. No worries at all if you don't keep up. This is meant to be an enjoyable and an educational, no pressure allowed stitch along, which is my favorite. That's my favorite kind of stitch along, a start along. I'm in. The original is stitched with fancy/hand-dyed floss, and there is a DMC conversion included in the pattern download. You can find the pattern on Nuri's site. There will be a link below. It's a paid-for pattern PDF, super easy to download PDF charts, and you can join in. DMC conversion included in the pattern. Use either palette or feel free to find close matches from your own stash. This is a perfect chart to go stash diving. Nuri says that she will be sharing photos of the original hand-drawn charts along with each day's segment, but if you'd like to view them up close, I recommend the book W.E.B. Du Bois' Data Portraits, Visualizing Black America, which presents all of the data visualizations from the 1900 Paris World's Fair, printed beautifully, and is a great read if you'd like to delve more into this body of work and how it came about. It's phenomenal. I can't wait to follow along this month with Nuri. And yeah, so I'm going to do a little dive in the old stash tomorrow morning and wait for that prompt at noon and get those first few stitches in. So thank you, Nuri. I'm really looking forward to this. So that's the first SAL that I wanted to talk about. The second SAL that I wanted to mention is the one that I'm going to be hosting in February, starting on February 14th, because I'm giving myself a Valentine's gift. I am going to be hosting on this channel a stitch along for Beth Twist's Heartstring Sampleries. C is for coffee. So it's just a little chart. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Love it. So February 14th is the start date, and I have divided this up into 4 weeks. So this stitch along is going to take us 4 weeks to do, start to finish. I've divided it up so that each week there will be 5 days worth of stitching. So 5 days, 4 weeks, 5 days per week over 4 weeks, we're going to have a completed pattern, because I already have my next stitch along picked out. So this, I want to have it completed before we move into the next stitch along. So I've got it all planned out. I am going to be doing weekly videos. So there will be 1 video per week to do with the stitch along, and I'll turn it into a floss tube as well, but I'm going to start the beginning of the weekly video with the stitch along, so that if all you're interested in is the camaraderie and the togetherness for the stitch along, I'll be right at the very beginning and we can share our progress together. There is a hashtag you can follow along. It is hashtag OTGN, which is Off the Grid Needlearts. So OTGN Coffee SAL. Again, it'll be in the description box below. And you know what, anybody can join in this stitch along. I've got it kitted up in the shop with floss, chart, linen, there's a bag set. But really, if you already have this pattern in your stash, you can use the called for threads are Gentle Arts, Apple Cider, Dark Chocolate, Picnic Basket, Ruby Slipper, and Weeks Dye Works, Cattail, and Grasshopper. You can also, if you don't have the chart but you like PDF versions, you can get it directly from Beth's website, which is heartstringsamplery.com. She's got the PDFs on her website. So feel free to join me. Anybody, everybody, welcome. I can't wait to stitch this. It's gonna be so fun. So I've got it plotted out. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to be stitching mine with a Roxy Floss Co conversion. There are my colors. I'm using a 32 count piece of linen. This is the Snickerdoodle linen. So I've chosen a 32 count piece, and I've got it in my coffee project bag. So ready to go. February 14th. Join me. Can't wait. Okay, now I mentioned that I have my next stitch along picked out. This one I can't show you yet because it hasn't been released. But my very good friend Ellen, my good friend Ellen Reed, Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour, we are releasing a new chart for Ellen on February the 6th. February 6th. So if you are a fan of Ellen's designs, you are going to want to bookmark that day because it's a doozy. It is a doozy. It's a good one. And so February 6th, we're going to have the release of that. And then I plan to host a stitch along for that design. I can't tell you anything about it yet because it's not my design to tell you about, and it's not released yet. So I don't want to give away any secrets, but I can tell you that it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to host the stitch along, and it's going to start on March the 14th. That's why the Coffee SAL needs to take a month. So we're going to finish the Coffee SAL, and then we're going to dive right into the next one. So on February 6th, you'll see the chart that I can't wait to share with you. Now it is a bigger chart. So the next stitch along that I'll be hosting won't be until September. I'm not going to give you any details on that yet, but I'll tell you, it's going to be a good year, everybody. It's going to be so good. And then the last stitch along of the year will be the 2023 holiday countdown. There will be a video out, very short video. Well, it's me and Carrie. It was me talking most of the time. There will be a video out tomorrow afternoon giving full details on the brand new 2023 holiday countdown. Roxy Floss Co, Modern Folk Embroidery, Evertote. It's going to be available for pre-sales tomorrow, February 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But again, there'll be more information on the other YouTube channel associated with my business, which is Evertote Notes from the Workshop. So if you're looking for the other channel, that's where I record also a bi-weekly floss tube with Carrie, and any other shop update videos, they happen over on the other YouTube channel. So yeah, it's January was, I was a little bit sick at the beginning of the month. I had a few health problems at the beginning of the month, nothing serious, but that combined with the planning that's gone underway for the year ahead had me a little bit busy. So it was a little quiet on this channel. So anyway, not for long. Got too many stitch alongs to do, too many things to talk about. All right, let's show you some Christmas gifts that I received this year. So I tell you, my sister-in-law, Kathy, if you've been here for a while, you know that Kathy, my sister-in-law, who's married to my brother, I hit the jackpot when it comes to sister-in-laws. She is a crafter, she's a musician, and she is the person I actually started my business with. So Evertote, back in 2016, we started the business together. And then after about 6 months, I took over the business on my own. Kathy is a full-time music teacher, and she's got a full-time job, and Evertote quickly turned into a full-time job. And so anyways, long story short, she's a crafter, and she's a good crafter. Like she's amazing, and she's fast, and she makes everything. So Kathy made me for Christmas some fingerless gloves. Aren't they pretty? I mean, I know they look silly because I'm not wearing a coat or anything, but these are the most useful things in the world, because dog walkers, you know, right? You need to have control of the leash, and this just gives you just enough grip with your fingers to keep that leash, but it keeps your hands warm. They are perfect. Now, I did ask Kathy for the pattern. She's been a little bit tied up. She hasn't gotten the name of the pattern to me yet, but you know, I think it was a freebie chart that she was using, and she must have made like 10 pairs of these this year for Christmas gifts. And I love them. They don't look like they're gonna fit. They look quite small, but they just fit beautifully. And look, perfect little thumbs. Let me turn around the detail, I can see. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful ribbing. They're just so well knit, and it's one of those gifts that you think, oh, you didn't know that you really wanted them or needed them until you have them, and then you're like, it's just that little bit of something on your hands. It's a little bit of a luxurious comfort. So that was a really lovely gift. And then I opened a gift from my niece Clara, so Kathy's daughter. And I will tell you, my eyes may have gotten a little bit misty when I opened this gift. Clara is now 12. Look at that. So the reason why this is so special to me is because I gifted Clara with her very first cross stitch kit. I kitted her up when she was, I think, 7. She was 6 or 7, and this was the project that I gave to her. And she started it back then when she was, you know, when she was just a little girl. And this year she's gotten back into cross stitching, and she finished it up, and she had her mom turn it into a bag for my Christmas gift. And it's just so, you know, you open it up and you're just so beyond touched that, you know, the next generation. We might have a cross stitcher, people. It was just lovely. So yeah, really, really sweet bag. One of my favorite Christmas gifts this year. I just love it. So yeah, to say it was special, just beyond special. And my last handmade gift this year was gifted to me by my friend Ellen. I showed this on the other Flosstube video that I did with Carrie, but I'm gonna show it again because that's how much I love it. Look at that. Ellen designed this chart. She stitched it up and then she had it turned into a pillow for me. And actually this chart, she has this chart on her website. You can purchase this chart. It's called A Dog and They're Human, because there's Luna and there's me with my crazy hair in a purple dress. I have a magnolia tree. If you've watched my videos from home, I've got that magnolia, Maggie the magnolia, in my front yard, and my house is white. I couldn't love it more. Beautiful, beautiful velvet backing. I mean, it just feels so nice. So, Ellen, I love it. I love it. It stays here at work with my little, you know, I've got a little hoard of treasures. Yeah, a little magpie with my treasures. And so this stays on my desk. Okay, I mentioned that I had a finish. Can you believe it? Are you ready? Ta-da! I finished my Cranky owl. I know. I love him so much. He's just perfect. He's just the right amount of cranky. Do you know what I mean? Oh, he's just so sweet. So this is a 46 count, a one-of-a-kind Roxy Floss Co linen 46 count, and I used Roxy Floss Co charcoal floss, one strand of floss over 2, and I love him so much. So fun to stitch. Now, the reason I didn't record a video last week when my mom asked me if I was okay, and I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a video this week, and then something happened, and so let me tell you the story, because I finished this piece. I still had quite a lot of stitching to do. I had to do I only really had the owl done. That was it. So everything other than the owl was completed this past weekend. I have a Facebook group attached to this channel. It's called Friday Off the Grid, and anyone and everyone is welcome to join. We keep it clean, we keep it fun, we keep it light, we keep it positive and encouraging. And you know, the group's been kind of quiet lately, but people still post, you know, their stitching, and everybody is just so encouraging. It's so nice. And so every once in a while I will host an event on that Facebook group, and I did that this past weekend, and it's Finish It Up weekend. And so I was going to do a video, I was going to post a Flosstube video last week and tell you all about the Finish It Up weekend. And then I did something. Facebook has changed, like, you know, technology. Everything is updated and changed and made better and all those good things. So they added a chat function to their event system. So when you create an event, it automatically generates the ability to have that event have a chat, okay? And the chat happens in Facebook Messenger, okay? Well, I didn't see the button about the chat when I created the event. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't know that it was there because I've created events before. This has never been a problem. So I just created the event like I normally do. And then I started getting messages on Facebook Messenger, and I thought, oh, that's odd. This isn't supposed to happen like this. And so I posted on the group and I said, I think I created a chat in error, trying to get it deleted. I'll get Hannah to help me tomorrow. Because I'm not going to text Hannah at home at 10 o'clock at night. So the next day, Hannah was working from home, and I said, can you help me out with this? So Hannah went in and disabled the chat function, but Facebook said it may take 3 to 4 days to disable this chat. So I kept waiting for it to be disabled, and it wasn't. So then people they kept using the chat, right? Because if you don't know, you don't know, and you're gonna post your thing because you think that's what the event is. You think that's what Caroline has done on purpose. And I had invited 6,000 people to a chat. And so you can imagine that some people were not happy that they were being woken up in the middle of the night by notifications of this chat. I was like so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed, and I thought, if I do a video and I tell any more people that there's this event going on this weekend, chances are really good that a lot more people are going to use that chat function. So I couldn't tell you about it because I had to try and just keep it as quiet as possible so that people would stop using the chat and keep it over on the actual event page, which was just, post your photos, post your comments. That was it. That was all it was supposed to be. So, wow. Anyways, that happened. And yeah, that chat never went away until the event was over. Facebook lied. They lied about that it would be disabled because I'm telling you, people were still leaving comments. Anyways, I apologize to anyone I bothered with notifications based on that chat. It was completely unintentional. If you're automatically ever joined to a chat, just know that you have the option to leave it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be annoyed by the initial notification if you have your notifications turned on, but you can leave the chat. I mean, I had some upset people who were telling me to remove them from the chat, and the thing is that I couldn't. You can't actually remove individual people. That person has to do it themselves. They have to go into the chat and they have to leave the chat. Yeah, that was embarrassing. But anyways, finished my owl. Yay. So all that to say, the people who did participate, and it was really, really fun, very encouraging, very inspiring to see what people were able to accomplish just with focusing on a project. One project, dedicated goal for the weekend. So I want to do it again. I want to do it again, and now I'm telling you all about it, so now you all know about it, and you can join me too. So the Facebook group is called Friday Off the Grid. You have to answer a couple of questions for me to let you in the group, because you'd be amazed at how many people try to join the group and they have nothing to do with stitching. They just either want to sell us stuff or they want to talk about, living off the grid. So yes, I know it's a stupid question, are you a cross stitcher? But just humor me, answer it anyways, and then I'll get you in the group, and then you can see what we're all about and you can join in. About the group, there was something I just thought of and now I can't remember. Oh yeah, don't invite other people yourself. Do you know what I mean? So if you think a friend would like the group, don't just add them. Tell them about it and have them join themselves. I don't accept people trying to join that have been invited by other people, because it's kind of like the messenger thing. I don't want to be added to groups that I didn't ask to be joined to. I think you understood what I meant there. So don't add people yourself. Sometimes that happens, and then I feel really rude saying no, but again, it's like I wouldn't want to be joined to a group without asking. So anyway, that's pretty much one of the only rules other than be nice. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it again. So I've looked at my calendar. And because I want to have, I'd like to have a few more goals accomplished before I start the coffee stitch along, I'm going to make the next Finish It Up weekend. It's going to be soon because I couldn't tell you about it last week, so let's do it again. It's going to be February the 10th. So in 2 weeks, February the 10th until February the 12th. Over on Facebook, Friday Off the Grid. Join us over there. Now, Finish It Up weekend doesn't mean that you have to finish a whip, okay? The goal is for you to decide on your own goal of what you want to accomplish, set your goal, and you've got the whole weekend to try and accomplish it. So what that might look like is maybe a page finish on your full coverage. Maybe you're really close to a page finish and you want to just go for the gold and get it done. Or maybe it's a color completion. You've been working on DMC 321 and you want to finish all of the 321 in your chart. Maybe you've got a piece that needs back stitching. Maybe you've got a piece that you want to FFO into something special. We had some phenomenal, oh my gosh, Jer FFO'd 3 fully framed pieces herself last weekend. Like she stretched them, she pinned them, she laced them, she made her frame, she painted the frames, she framed them. Like amazing. Like talk about an overachiever, whatever. But holy cow, was it ever inspiring. So many people just, even if they didn't make their goal, they just worked so well and accomplished so much towards their goal. It was really, really fun. So anyways, let's do it again. February the 10th to the 12th. You are cordially invited. Please join in. It can be anything you want, any project. It doesn't even have to be stitching. If you've got a sock that's almost done, join in. Maybe try to have a stitching project as well. Make a couple of goals. You don't just have to have one. You can have 2. You can have 3 goals. You can be small. You can see my Halsingland Blommer over here. I've been working on that. I'm going to show this more on the floss tube that I do with Carrie on Thursday. But one of my goals was the last Finish It Up weekend was to finish a triangle on that chart. So it can be a small goal. So, you know, this is a tiny little piece, but there was still quite a lot of stitching in it, and I really wanted the whole thing done. And I did it. Pretty pleased with myself, aren't I? So, yeah, it was fun. All right, so that's the next Finish It Up weekend. I hope you'll join me. Is that it? I think that's it. I thought I had more, but I actually think that I got to the end. I was sure it feels like it's much too soon to be done, but that's most of the stitching I've been doing. And if I give it all away now, if I open it up and share it all now, I won't have anything to share with you on Thursday. So I've been working, oh, I guess, you know what? I could show you my hibernation day. I've got that here. I thought that was at home, but it's here. I have put some work into my hibernation day. So this is another heartstring samplery piece. And I am doing a Roxy Floss Co conversion. I know it says 2022, but that's now going to be my start date. And yeah, Roxy Floss Co conversion, and I've put quite a few stitches into the houses at the top. You may remember that I had to frog. Oh, I almost had the door completely done in this window and everything. I had to frog it all out because it was all wrong, which was dumb. But anyway, let's see if I can get the colors a bit better there for you. So pretty. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Roxy Flosco linen with 2 strands of floss. So nice thick coverage, beautiful vibrant colors. I love it, just love it. I love this bottom border. So the houses are really stitch heavy, so you know what, it's not a bad idea to make some of this maybe a goal for the Finish It Up weekend. Maybe finishing the houses by the end of that weekend. That whole block of stitching up here. All right, I'll have to think about it. Because there's also, this was the other piece that I was thinking about Because when I originally did the finished up weekend, I was gonna try to do 2 pieces, and then I said, you know, stitch or know thyself, and I cut it down to 1. Forgive all of the loose threads about here, but this is the other really tiny piece that I have that it's so small. Why isn't it done? This is the Sweetheart Tree bee scap, teeny bee scap. It really is teeny bee scap. It's so stinking cute. And I have, you know, I've got the whole top half done. So honestly, right? There's not that much. I should just finish it. It's so sweet. I love it. That is the kit materials from Sweetheart Tree. So it's, I don't know, 35 count. What is it? 32 count? No, it's not 35. It's like, I don't know. It's some weird lamb's wool linen. If you've stitched on this stuff, you know what I mean. It's that really stiff. You can hear it, right? Yeah. If you know, you know. So, oh, it's so cute. I know. Why isn't it done? I don't know. Squirrel. Anyway. And on that little note, I will say goodbye. So if you follow along on the workshop channel, we'll have a little video up for you tomorrow. We've already recorded it. I actually changed my shirt and changed my hair so now you'll know my secret. So it would look like it was a different day, but we recorded it this morning, and to say we're excited, I can't even tell you. It's gonna be so much fun. So that video will be up tomorrow afternoon, shortly before or right at, just, I don't know, we'll put it up before 5 o'clock. And then the listings for the holiday countdown will be live in the shop. So, and then on Thursday, we're gonna record a Flosstube video. So we'll see you over on the other channel. And I'll have a video. I'm gonna try to do one more little Flosstube before the coffee stitch along starts. Just so that, you know, 2 weeks is a long time, right? So we'll see. Can you hear? She's very quietly trying to tell me that, you know, lady, something needs to happen. So I better go listen. It's been fun. It's been way too long. I feel like we haven't had enough of a chat, but anyways, you'll be seeing me like a bad penny for the rest of the week. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.